So she's doing the show on Broadway. It's the Tonys. And, the orchestra is up in a separate room. And, it's like, so I think we went in to do a rehearsal during the day. Everything's coming up roses, the big, ball buster tune, the crazy tune, Go back home, come back in to New York, and it's at Radio City, and the orchestra's upstairs. So we play the tune. Everybody's happy, screaming. She's, the belter. I'm at Port Authority, getting on the bus back to Hoboken, and I see on my phone, right, and it's John Beal. John Beal is a legendary bass player. John has done everything. If you ever do a bass player podcast, or you could check, Richie Rosenzweig. Richie?
I don't think I know him. I know who he is.
Richie's doing the new company.
Okay.
He's doing the new company, and he's got a podcast called Big Noise from Planet Earth, where it's him talking to bass players. And John is the last bass player of this season that he talks to. John has an amazingly varied career, but he did the Tonys for like 30 plus years, in the orchestra. So I'm seeing it's John Beal.
Oh,
hey, John, how you doing? And John says, "Hey, Paul, you still in New York?" And he's like, I love John. It's like he's very like calm. I said, "Yeah, I'm just getting on the bus." He said, "Oh, Ronnie's not feeling real well at the moment. Something he ate, I think. Can you come back and play the rest of the broadcast?" And I said, "Oh yeah, sure." So I get off the bus. I'm at 42nd and 8th, and I take a cab up there to 50th Street, the back of Radio City. And I'm going upstairs and I'm saying, what did I just say I'm going to do? So I get off at the 7th floor, and Ronnie Zito is outside. And I said, "Oh, great. He's okay. He doesn't need me." He's like, "Hey, Paul, man, I'm glad you're here. I'm really," and it's like, okay. Okay. So I go in, and it's the whole fucking Tony orchestra. It's the whole big, Jim Pugh, Bob Milliken, Tony Cadlick. Great, Lawrence Feldman. He's just like, the creme de la creme of New York recording, of world recording. And so I get behind the drums, and it's like, and Elliot Lawrence. This was when Elliot Lawrence was still alive. It was his orchestra, and sometimes, I'd never worked with Elliot before. He was just happy that someone was there, that I guess wasn't going to get sick and fall over. And it's like, well, when the winners come up, here's the 5 tunes, and you got to pick, he'll start conducting, and then and it's like, okay. And these are the tunes we're going to do between, for the playoffs and play-ons. It's like, okay. Okay. And then it's like, okay, 10, 9, 8.
Oh my God.
Okay. And John said, "Oh, I'll help you through it. Don't worry about it." And so half an hour goes by, and I played the Tony broadcast live.
Wow.
And the only thing I fucked up was Gypsy.
That's
because
funny.
It was like not an arrangement that, I was like reading it, but it was like slightly, I didn't fuck it up, but I was just like, oh, that's what I was supposed to play. It's like,
wow.
So I thought that was like, well, okay, there'd be something, that I could put on my gravestone, sight read.
What year was this again?
I don't know. It was look at Patti LuPone, when she did Gypsy on Broadway. Come on, you've got monitors, you got the DARPA connection there. You can find it quicker than I can. I don't know where it is.
Let me call Alex Jones, and maybe he'll.
Man, oh God. but that was like I felt, and went back to the show the next day, and the sax player, or the next day or 2 days, whatever, and Adam Kolker was one of the reed players. Now Adam is, plays. I saw him play a lot of jazz. I think I got one of his first CDs, where it was John Abercrombie and John Ebert playing bass, and Paul Motion playing drums. And I think he told Motion, yeah, the drummer, like he just, went in and he played the last half hour of Sight Read, and like Motion's, I can't do that, man. I couldn't do that. It's like, well, Paul, neither could this Paul. He just faked his way through it. But it was like playing to a track plate, to be perfectly honest. It was like, I was like playing to somebody's recording. The band sound, it was so easy. It was not terrifying because it was so easy to do. It just sounded so perfect.